69% of imported extra virgin olive oil in the United States has historically failed quality standards. If you have a bottle sitting in your pantry right now, there is a high statistical chance it is an imposter. Authentic extra virgin olive oil commands a high premium because making it is incredibly resource-intensive. You need massive amounts of fresh fruit, and extracting the oil requires careful, cold, and entirely mechanical pressing. That high overhead creates a lucrative incentive for fraud. Criminal networks secretly dilute pure olive oil with cheap alternatives, pocketing millions in illegal profit while passing off industrial-grade liquids as artisanal goods. For years, consumers have shared a life hack for catching these fakes at home: the fridge test. The idea is that if you put a bottle in the refrigerator and the oil solidifies, it has to be real. That test is unreliable. An oil's ability to solidify in cold temperatures depends on the natural wax content of the specific olive variety. It proves nothing about the liquid's purity or authenticity. Because fraudsters can so easily manipulate the color and texture of fake oil, you cannot catch them by just looking at it in your kitchen. Finding the truth requires a multi-tiered forensic laboratory architecture. The most basic olive oil crime is simple dilution. Producers take a small amount of extra virgin olive oil and cut it with cheap, widely available seed oils like soybean or corn to massively inflate their volume. To catch this, regulators turn to gas chromatography mass spectrometry. This tool separates the chemical components of a sample and identifies them with precision. By profiling the oil's triacylglycerols, the basic fat molecules, chemists can spot foreign fatty acids that belong to seed oils. This technique stopped the early, sloppy fraudsters in their tracks. But the criminals adapted. They swapped out corn and soy for hazelnut oil, which happens to be a nearly perfect chemical mimic of olive oil. Under early testing, hazelnut acted as an invisible ghost in the blend. To find that ghost, forensics labs introduced side-front-face fluorescence spectroscopy. Scientists shoot specific wavelengths of light into the liquid. When light hits the hazelnut compounds, it causes a molecular disruption, emitting a distinct fluorescent signal at exactly 430 nanometers. Chemical profiling is highly effective at catching foreign ingredients. Realizing their outside additives were being tracked, fraudsters decided to cheat using actual olives, creating an entirely new class of crime. This led to the creation of zombie oil. Fraudsters take lampante oil, a low-grade, rancid sludge made from rotting olives, and heat it in a vacuum. This process, called soft deodorization, strips out the rotting smells. While the vacuum removes the foul odor, the heat leaves microscopic thermal scars on the oil's internal chemistry. Scientists trace these scars using the PPP index. Under heat, unstable green chlorophyll pigments break down into pyrophyophytin A. On a tracking chart, any score above 17% reveals a hidden thermal history. This confirms the oil was illegally heated to neutralize decay. Yet, even with million-dollar spectroscopy machines mapping molecular decay, the most sensitive forensic tool in the world is actually a panel of highly trained human beings. Human sensory panels operate under strict conditions. 8 expert tasters sit in isolated, silent rooms. They drink the oil out of special blue-tinted glasses to hide the color, hunting entirely by taste and smell for specific aromatic defects. They use a strict scoring system. If the panel verifies a single defect, like a musty or fermented flavor, that oil immediately loses its extra virgin status. Human biology is roughly 100 times more sensitive than machines at detecting complex volatile aromatics. This makes a panel of 8 experts the most reliable verification system for identifying the subtle chemical markers of spoiled fruit. Despite this massive regulatory net, millions of gallons of fake oil still slip through customs and land on grocery store shelves. To protect yourself, you need a specific playbook. First, check the label for a specific harvest date, which should be within the last 15 months. Look for a specific single-origin estate. Vague labels that just say, "packed in a country," often hide cheap, multi-region blends. Second, avoid olive oil in clear glass or plastic containers. Real olive oil degrades quickly when exposed to light through a process called photoxidation. Proper protective dark glass or tin is essential for preserving the chemistry. Finally, look for a laboratory-verified certification seal from a recognized regulatory body. These seals guarantee the oil has passed the rigorous chemistry tests for low free acidity and survived the human sensory panel with 0 defects. Authentic extra virgin olive oil contains a concentration of antioxidants and stable fatty acids that lower-grade blends simply lack. It justifies the premium price, provided you can verify the forensics behind the label.